Greetings, happy people, and thank you so much for joining in on this episode of the Kitara Gray Show. I hope through this dialogue you were inspired to take calculated risk, evaluate your limiting beliefs, and live a God-filled purpose life. So I have one of my best friends here, Dr. Amber White, and she is about to tell us all about how she is so successful, you guys. I'm nosy, so I want to know everything. And I hope that you guys are excited to hear from her. So let's make her feel real. Okay. Miss, which one do you prefer? Dr. White, Miss Amber? Like, which one do y'all, which one do y'all prefer?
I prefer Miss White.
Miss White.
In the personal setting, career setting, Dr. White, but.
Y'all hear her. Do you ever have people like not call you Dr. White?
I do.
And what you have to do?
I don't really correct them, but somebody always steps in and like, she's doctor now. Like, put some respect on her name.
I just had to get it out of the way because I've heard a lot of people, especially Black women, really have to like reiterate to people like, I'm Dr. White, and let people know, because I didn't ask this question, prepare to ask it. When you say Dr. White, tell us what you have your doctorate in and read us real quick, Miss White. Go ahead.
So I'm a registered nurse by trade. I have a Bachelor's of Science in Nursing, a Master's of Science in Nursing, and also a Doctor of Nursing Practice degree. My clinical background is newborn ICU, pediatric ICU, pediatric hematology oncology, compliance, education, and also quality and patient safety.
So what we're saying is put some respect on Dr. White's name. Tell us about, like, how old are you?
I am 31. I'll be 32 in April.
Ooh, and she's single. Yeah. Tell us, like, how you done all that. I mean, you just read us she just Mirandized us, and we needed to hear it. At 32, you say 31, 32?
31, almost
31.
32.
I'm older than her, yes. 31. How did you do that? Like, how did you do that?
I think I did it, of course, by the grace of God, of course, first and foremost, but also I had some strong women leaders in my life. Wow. My mom was a single mother. I saw her work hard and effortlessly, and that just made me want to go get it more. Mm-hmm. So I went to college and was the first person in my immediate family to get a college degree, and that just kind of pushed me in a stronger direction as well. So, and even when I got into the hospital setting, there was always another woman leaning in saying, baby, go get this. This is a good look for you. How about try this? What about this area? What about this degree? Mm-hmm. And I always had somebody pushing me and guiding me. So I'm very thankful for that.
Wow. Something that you said, which is amazing, is that you had mentors and you had leaders that pushed you to this next level. And something, so let me just tell you, Dr. White, tell them about your work at the University of Memphis. Like, she's a whole professor. So tell them about that experience as well.
I have enjoyed teaching for University of Memphis. I am one of the youngest nursing instructors, faculty members there. And also I'm Black. So to see students come to me after orientation and meeting me and saying, oh my gosh, I can't believe you're a doctor and you look like me and I'm barely getting through this program, but you give me faith to finish this program because I know that there are nurses that are excelling in our profession and we can make imprints on other nurses.
Y'all, because I had to bring that up because oftentimes when people talk about mentorship and leaders, they don't go back and do it for others. But I wanted to foot stomp, like, she does the work too. So tell us, at the tender age of 31, like, what are some sacrifices that you made to get the success you have? Because we hear Dr. White and everybody's excited, but tell people like what it took, like really like how you got there and like what it took to really get to this level of success at such a young age.
It took a lot of discipline. I will say I worked my 20s away. I did not have much of a social life. I did not have much of a dating life. A lot of my friends did not understand that sacrifice in the beginning. It was almost like, you think you're too good to come out to the club with us? You can't hang out with us. And I'm like, no, it's not that. I need to study. I need to focus. I need to buckle down. Mm-hmm. But now that I am at the latter part, and it's crazy because you think 31 and you're at the latter part of your career, but it's like, I'm barely scratched the surface, but I've also accomplished so much that I feel like I can kind of rest in it and actually enjoy life now.
Wow. It kind of sounds like an athlete, because most of people that are athletes, their prime is in their 20s. And that's where they're doing all the sacrifice. And it's amazing to kind of see the parallelism in their story is similar, where when they get in their early 30s, they're like, what else do I mean, you got rings. I've made all these sacrifices. Why would I want to continue in this same level of work ethic when I've accomplished so much? So for those of you guys that want to follow her blueprint, I would say, or if you want to have a level of success in your 30s, work in your 20s. Now, I'm not saying you got to go as hard as Dr. White, okay, because she went hard, but you definitely need to have a level of discipline. And if you want to look like how her resume looks, if you want yours to, then be prepared for the sacrifice. I want you to tell us about a time where you almost gave up and you had to like dig deep down in your soul to continue striving for greatness.
I think I wanted to give up when I was actually in my doctoral program. That was actually 2020. I graduated in 2020 in the height of the pandemic. My grandmother had breast cancer. It was terminal, and she was living with me at the time, and I was working a full-time job, and I was trying to balance. I was trying to take care of family, be there for her, finish my doctoral studies, and also work full-time and accomplish things in the career. And it was just too much. And I was like, God, like, I really don't need this doctorate. Like, you know what? I'm good. I'm successful. I got the job already. Why am I even pushing myself? But then I thought about it and I was like, you know what? I'll be the first person in my family to have a doctorate degree. And my grandmother's going to see me graduate before she leaves this earth.
Yes, and she did.
And she did.
I love that you had that level of ambition. I just respect it so much. So tell us, like, during it doesn't have to be your career related, your first win. Like, how did you know, like, this is what I'm supposed to do the rest of my life?
I would say my first win would be it was actually in nursing school. And I will say I struggled my last year in nursing school, and I really didn't understand why. Why did I get to the end? And now it's like, it's time to like cross the threshold. That's pretty much what it is. And it's like when you get to the next level of your journey, you always meet these barriers and these distractions. And I didn't know what that was. And I was thinking, I can't do this. This is too much. Again, just like in my doctorate program, it was like, it's always something, a hurdle. And I remember laying down and going to sleep. And I was in my mother's bedroom and she was like, don't worry about it. You'll be fine. And I went to sleep and I heard a scripture and it was just like, lean not on your own understanding. And I was like, what is that? Like, I wasn't in church and I was like, what is that? I'm like, I heard that before. Let me get up. And so I Googled it and I'm like, wait a minute. Is that the Lord talking to me? And so I'm like, okay. And so from that moment is when I really started to follow Christ, because I was like, wait a minute, he spoke to me. I know he spoke to me because I didn't know that scripture. And so that was just my first win. And I'll always remember that.
Oh, goodness. I love it. Y'all, Miss White is like nervous, but like she's like legitimately a natural. Like nurses are such nurturers, and she has such a calming voice. So I just want to acknowledge just her in this space. And just like acknowledging like, this is amazing that she's doing this. And so I'm excited to really just sit here with her. I want you to tell us, like, you're up close and personal to the healthcare system. And I always wanted to know if there was one thing you could change that you've seen like a reoccurring issue, what would that thing be?
I would change the level of access. So I do not feel like people of all demographics and social statuses have the same level of access to adequate health care that they should. And I wish that there was a fix for it. Our health system is broken. With us being such an advanced country, I don't understand why it's broken, but certainly I feel like people don't get the care that they need. And I wish it didn't revolve around how much you could pay, what kind of insurance you had, or lack of insurance. But that's our reality, and hopefully we can find a resolution to that.
Wow. Well, everything she said, I have a greater level of respect for nurses working the little bit I did in hospitals. What they do is impeccable. They are nurturers, as I mentioned. They are people that are just kind and warm. And so to every nurse, every person considering being a nurse, hats off. And as a military person, I salute you because what you all do is incredible. And it doesn't get acknowledged until there's a crisis. But there's so many of you all that are out here that are doing impeccable things for our community. So from one sister to another, we want to say thank you for taking care of us. Because when we come in there, we probably be acting. Some of y'all be acting at these emergency rooms. Y'all be having a splinter, act like y'all got shot. These are the people that got to deal with y'all because I'm not graced for it. So hats off to all the nurses. What do you feel like is the biggest risk you've taken in life, like up to now?
I think I'm in a risk moment right now.
Ooh.
So I literally have changed positions. I just took a job in a brand new city. I am selling my home here.
Mm-hmm.
I am purchasing a new home there. I don't know a soul in the city that I'm moving to,
Ooh.
but I feel like this is God and I'm excited and it's uncomfortable, but I feel like when you are in that uncomfortable stage, that's when God can work the most. So I'm really excited to see what's going to manifest.
Well, I'm excited too because I'm going to be visiting, partying. So how do you maintain such a busy life? Like I've heard that in nursing school, just y'all, first off, y'all shifts as nurses are crazy. Like 12 hours. And then if another nurse doesn't come in, y'all working 14 hours. I had no idea all this went on. And you all can get very difficult patients. And it doesn't matter. If that's your patient, that's your patient. So coming from that world, how do you maintain a busy life? I know you've kind of moved more into the administrative role and you kind of are more of a supervisor. But how do you like maintain a busy life? Because that seems like a lot just to always be on call in a sense.
Yes, I would say boundaries, knowing when to not pick up the phone, you know, when to say yes, when to say no. I had to learn how to say no because I'm that person that if I want something done, I'm going to be the person to volunteer to do it. And you have to understand that you can't do all things. You can't do everything.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be everything to everyone.
That's good.
And you have to be able to say, no, I can't do this right now, but let me refer you to somebody that can take care of that.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, it doesn't go over well all the time, but you do have to take care of yourself.
Ooh, the nurse has spoken. Take care of yourself. So this is the part of the show where we get nosy and we just get real excited to kind of get to know you outside of your career and your profession. These questions she does not know. They're all impromptu. So we're going to see her response to these. You can only give one answer and you cannot explain. So Amber's face looks like, you know how you do those talk shows and they real nervous and they just keep smiling? That's her face right now. So I want you to tell me the greatest dancer of all time.
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson. Best book you've ever read?
The Circle Maker.
Ooh, what's that about?
Prayer.
Prayer. Who's the author?
Mark Batterson.
Okay. Most delicious food you've ever tasted?
Like dessert or?
See, try to shove me slick. I said that's the question. I mean, you can give me both. We got time.
I like cheesecake and I like macaroni.
You like macaroni and cheese?
I
Okay.
make the best macaroni though.
Oh, the single man in the plate. Okay, who's your role model?
I would say Kerry Washington. I like her.
Okay, why?
I like how she's fierce, and I think that even like in this season of her life, she's like breaking glass ceilings and like she's just a boss in her own right. So I just love watching her and seeing her, and also Issa Rae. I like her too.
I do. I like Issa Rae. I like Carrie. Both beautiful women and have done amazing things as far as in the realm of entertainment. So, I mean, great choices. Most attractive man in the world.
That's hard.
Yeah. See what your taste be like.
Ooh.
I
I don't know.
don't know.
I ain't thought about that in a while.
Okay. We're going to come back to that one.
Back to that one.
Come back to that one. Dream car.
I want a Tesla.
Tesla. Okay. Dream car. Okay. Who is your favorite person in the world?
My mom.
Oh, why?
Because she dealt with me. I'm a whole lot to deal with, so.
But she's sitting here all poised, though. You can See,
She raised me, so.
so you trim. So she trim. Okay, Dr. White. If you're pulling up to an event, head to toe, I need details, and you're dressing to impress, what you wearing?
Probably a nice jumpsuit. I like jumpsuits.
Jumpsuit. Today is your jumpsuit day. Jumpsuit. Okay, what color?
Yellow.
Yeah.
Bright color. I like bright colors.
Okay.
Oranges, yellows.
Okay, so she's gonna do the jumpsuit. Okay, what shoes? We doing boots or we doing sandals?
We're gonna do sandals. We're gonna do heel.
Okay. Y'all see how these women listen, don't ask a woman, especially a black woman, what we wearing. We've already envisioned it. Like this is my funeral outfit, essentially. Like if anything happened, girl, this is the one. We're gonna come back to most attractive man in the world. What is the best trip you've ever been on and why?
I would say I went on a mission trip to Honduras, and it was a medical mission trip, and we did surgeries, we did physical assessments, and we did dental exams. But the love that those children had was just phenomenal, and I want to go back. We haven't been able to go back due to COVID, but as soon as we are able to, I can't wait.
Can't wait. Oh, you're such a heart of a servant. Okay, most attractive man in the world.
I don't know.
Ooh. Okay, well, if you don't know the most attractive man, what's your type?
I don't have a type.
Oh, she don't have a type.
I don't.
So he just gotta look good.
To me.
I like the way she said this. She said, to me. I love it. I love the confidence. I love it. So this is the part of the show where we do footprint. You have 1 minute or more, I'm very liberal, to leave your mark on the world. It can be a scripture, a phrase, a life mantra that if you had nothing else to say, or if my viewers got nothing else from today's interview, which I know y'all got a lot, what would you say to them? You're going to look into that camera and you're going to tell us, like, this is what I want to say. So you can go. I'm going to count to 3. 1, 2, and 3.
So not every storm that comes into your life is meant to cause disruption or interference. Some storms are meant to divinely intercept you and make your path straight. So a lot of times when you feel like there's turmoil, there's things that you can't help in your life, just kind of lean in and just figure out if there's a different direction that you're meant to be taking.
Ooh, that was deep, y'all. If she was a poet, I'd snap. Because she hit us with not every storm. I mean, that was cold right there, Miss White.
Stop.
That was cold. So I just want to tell everyone that's tuned in, thank you so much for joining in and chilling with me and my special guest, Dr. White. I pray that something we've discussed sparked not a little fire, but a big fire in you to do it scared. You don't have to have all the answers. We don't. All you need is a solid yes to start your journey with God and to keep going. Remember this, there are always more people that are for you than against you. And we so happen to be the people that are among those that are rooting for your success. So until next time, keep doing it scared and keep believing that you are enough. Bye.